Head over to BoardGamePrices.com to find the best price on Point Salad, Sushi Go, and thousands of other games. Hello my friends, it's the Game Boy Geek here. Recently I reviewed a game that's not quite out yet from AEG called Point Salad. This is a drafting card game that's simple but has a lot of depth. And I thought I would do sort of a video, the best light drafting card game under $15. Right now, up until now, the lightweight, I guess I should say, champion is Sushi Go. It's in the mass market stores. It's very well known and it's used a lot in the same situations that you may use Point Salad in. So I want to bring these together and say, is Sushi Go still the lightweight champion of this $15 and under quick light drafting card game? Or is the new game in town, Point Salad, even better for this? Let's take a look. I'm going to give you a 1-minute overview of both of these games, then jump into the final at the end. And I've also placed some of the links below the full reviews of these games too. Point Salad is a card drafting and set collection game for 2 to 6 players where you're going to be trying to draft and collect different sets of vegetables and trying to also draft how you're actually going to score that game, like having sets of onions the most and all sorts of other ways to score. Turns are simple. You're either taking 2 vegetables or you're taking one of the 3 face-up point cards. Let's say I like peppers. I'm going to take both of those, start a set. This would refill for the next player, and look at this. I have 2 of the 3 that I need for a set for 8 points. Will I be able to take this on my turn, or will somebody deny it from me by taking it for themselves? Or even more mischievous, maybe they take a card from here and here, so it absolutely kills that point card, and that card is now a vegetable. And each point card also tells you what vegetables on the back side, so if you take this, once per round you can flip over any of your point cards and add it to your vegetables. And at the end of the game, everyone's adding up their point cards that they took with all the vegetables. Like here, we went in with a heavy lettuce strategy. But I was also able to supplement that with other vegetables and the scoring types that match those well. Sushi Go is a card drafting and set collection game for 2 to 5 players where you're trying to set collect different types of cards. For example, having 3 of these sashimi cards for 10 points, or 2 tempuras, or having the most of the maki rolls, or having a bunch of the dumplings, or even going for endgame points, having the most puddings, because if you have the least at the end of the game, you actually score negative points. Maybe getting some nigiri for straight points, but multiplying it if you're able to add wasabi to it. Each player will start with a hand of cards, they'll select one to keep, and they'll pass all the other to their neighbors. Then they'll flip over the card so that everyone can see what everyone has been going for. But now you have less cards to choose from to then also secretly add and begin your strategy, passing these to the neighbor as well. And this continues till there's 1 card left, and then you simply score all your sets. And each type of card scores differently, but simply how the card tells you to. You'll play a total of 3 rounds, and at the end, you'll count up all your pudding from all rounds. You may get positive or negative points depending on that. All right, well here we go. There was the 1-minute overviews. Art and presentation. For this, I'm gonna go with Sushi Go, mainly because, wow, the game is just so cute and adorable. It's one of the things that attracts you to it in the store. It's got this cool little tin. It's all sort of embossed and looks kind of cool, but the cards themselves are just adorable. It's so you just love playing it because of just looking at the cards. They just look so nice. Now, Point Salad looks good too. It's very vibrant, it's very colorful. It has a nice graphic design to it as well. It's very clear. It doesn't have a bad graphic design, but man, Sushi Go wins because it's just so darn adorable. Now, teachability. I'm gonna say Point Salad wins this because this game, even more than Sushi Go, you can teach as you go, because drafting cards like the Sushi Go way, which is the way most drafting games used to be, I've had many situations teaching that game to new players that have never played a drafting game before. Maybe all they've played is Uno. And for some reason, they can't just quite grasp, I have a set of cards, I'm gonna play one face down, we're gonna look at it, and I'm gonna pass the cards to the left. And more often than not, when we're doing this and going through, somebody will end up with an odd amount of cards and we can't figure out what happened. And it just happens. It shouldn't happen, but it happens, and it's still a little confusing to new players. What is this? I put this down and I look at this. Okay, now where do I pass these? Okay, oh, now I'm getting these. Okay, now what do I do? The same thing. Put a card down and then pass them. Okay, well, which way? Well, the same way now. We'll switch ways the next round. And it sounds so simple to gamers, but for some reason, it's always a pain in the butt. This is so much simpler. Draft one of the cards in the middle, 2 cards in the middle, or one of the scoring cards. That's it. So the teachability is so much easier, I think, in Point Salad. Player interaction. Yes, there's player interaction in Sushi Go because you're looking at what the next player wants, maybe the player after them, you're looking at your cards, you may be denying them something, but also trying to get what you want. But in Point Salad, my gosh, the way that you can deny players is way more interesting, where it's not only do I want to pull the card to deny this player, but do I want to pull the card and keep it, or pull that point card and flip it, or pull one or two of the other vegetables to deny them and somebody else. I mean, you can be really interacting with multiple players at the same time by doing that. I just think that, and the interaction happens so much more often in that game, it just seems like. Point Salad, it's a really mean game, but the interaction is higher in it, I would say. Replayability. I would say Point Salad for sure, because every game you are picking your own scoring. 108 different ways to score. Absolutely replayability, hands down Point Salad. Sushi Go just has a handful. Now, even if you go with Sushi Go Party, which is a way that you have many more different types of cards and you can change up how which cards you use each game, and they score different, that game has a lot more replayability than Sushi Go, but this is the best push your luck game under $15, and Sushi Go Party is about $20 that you can find online. So, and even if it was that, I still think Point Salad has more replayability, even more than Sushi Go Party, but it's a lot closer race there. Availability. This goes to Sushi Go. You can find this game pretty much anywhere. I've seen Sushi Go at Walgreens. I've seen Sushi Go at the grocery store. I mean, I've seen this thing everywhere. So obviously, the Targets and the Barnes & Nobles and things like that have Sushi Go. So the availability is pretty much everywhere for Sushi Go, where Point Salad, it's not even out yet. So right now, it's not there. And even afterwards, it's probably not going to have levels of distribution that Sushi Go can have. You're probably going to still have to get it. I'm hoping that you'll maybe see it at Target or Barnes & Noble, but my guess is you'll probably need to get it at your local game store or online. So availability, it's easier for Sushi Go, wins that one. Player count. Point Salad wins this one. First of all, it's great with 2. Sushi Go plays 2, but when you play a drafting game where you're looking at the cards, a handful of cards, taking one and passing it, and you're going to end up getting those cards back right after that next draft, it's not nearly as interesting. 3 players or more is much better with Sushi Go. So I really think Sushi Go is a 3 to 5 player game, really, because 2 players is not interesting. Point Salad, 2 players is excellent. 3 players is awesome. 4 players is great. It does play up to 6 players, which is even more than Sushi Go. And again, I like it better with the lower player counts, but it still works really well with 6. So with the player count, I got to go with Point Salad as well. So there you have it. With all that being said, I believe that Point Salad has replaced Sushi Go for my go-to quick and light drafting card game. And because of this, it's won this sort of video, which is the best drafting game under $15. I think it's the best one out of there. It's right around their online prices. I just can't wait till it comes out so more of you people can play this game. This is the absolute go-to for this from now on, and that is Point Salad wins it. The overview in this video was shot on a Watson model Game Topper. Upgrade every game you play with the ultimate gaming accessory. Game Toppers, shipping now. Check them out at GameToppersLLC.com.